You've probably noticed prices going up lately, but what if I told you, even something as simple as a glove is affected by global conflict? There's a narrow stretch of water called the Strait of Hormuz. It doesn't look like much, but around 20 to 30% of the world's oil passes through it. And right now, that flow is being disrupted. When oil can't move freely, it creates a bottleneck. And that doesn't just affect fuel. It affects industries that depend on oil, including the materials used to make everyday products. Take nitrile gloves for example. Used in hospitals, labs, even food handling. They don't just appear out of nowhere. They start as oil. Everything starts here, with crude oil and naphtha. These are the core raw materials behind nitrile production. From there, they move into petrochemical processing, where naphtha is transformed into essential chemical building blocks. Next comes the creation of monomers, specifically butadiene and acrylonitrile. These are synthesized into liquid NBR latex, the key ingredient that makes nitrile possible. This NBR latex then becomes the primary raw material used to produce gloves. And finally, we get nitrile gloves, the finished product used across healthcare, labs, and industries worldwide. But here's the challenge: when disruptions happen at any stage of this chain, from raw materials to processing, it creates serious supply pressure and drives up pricing across the entire market. You might think, okay, just store more and wait it out. But it's not that simple. When materials can't move properly, factories are forced to slow down, or even cut production. And then comes the part everyone notices: prices. In just a few months, raw materials nearly doubled, sometimes even tripled. And by the time it reaches the final product, the price increase is much bigger. NBR supply is also tightening. The suppliers we're referring to here, in Malaysia, South Korea, and Japan, are NBR manufacturers. In Malaysia, NBR production is running at around 65% capacity, with lead times now exceeding 6 weeks due to raw material shortages. In South Korea, one NBR supplier has stopped accepting new orders, while another is prioritizing existing contracts. And in Japan, supply remains limited, with priority given to key medical industry customers. Here's what happened to oil prices from January to April 2026. Both Brent and WTI moved in the same direction, rising steadily, peaking in March, then correcting in April. But notice this: Brent stays consistently higher than WTI. That gap? It's not random. Brent reflects global oil markets, while WTI reflects US supply. So this isn't two different trends, it's one global story, priced differently. Watch the movement, but pay attention to the spread. Let's break down what's happening in the market, step by step. First, the multiplier effect of butadiene price. Back in January, prices were around $970 per ton. But by early April, they surged to $2,700 per ton. That's nearly tripling in a very short time. Now here's where it gets serious. This spike directly impacts NBR latex prices across key countries. Starting with Thailand moving from $700 in January to $2,600 in April. Again, a steep climb in a short period. Next, China. In January, NBR latex was around 6,000 yen. By April, it skyrocketed to 13,500 yen. That's a massive jump, showing how quickly costs are escalating upstream. Finally, Malaysia prices increased from $830 in January to $2,700 in April. A sharp rise, driven by the same raw material pressure. So what does this tell us? When butadiene prices surge, they don't just increase slightly, they create a multiplier effect across the entire supply chain. This all started at the end of February, when conflict triggered the disruption. There's hope things might ease between June and July, but nothing is certain yet. For most of us, it's just a price increase. But for hospitals and essential industries, this affects availability. And when supply becomes unpredictable, that's where the real risk begins. So next time you see a price change, remember, it's not random. It's a chain reaction, starting from a single point and spreading across the world. In conditions like this, consistency isn't accidental. It comes down to how well your supply is planned, tested, and managed. And ultimately, how prepared you are when disruption hits. At SW, we hope you stay consistent, even when the market isn't.